evening everyone and welcome to the XRL F5000 season open live from Albert Park, Melbourne. Me and Pitless are going to give you some great action hopefully this season from the F5000 division. We are approaching the end of qualifying with Jay Pearce 4/10 in the lead in pole, but it's very close behind him with 3-4 drivers, only a 10th
little
between each other.
extension.
Let's have a look at Jay Pearce then as we enter the end of qualifying. We've had a few problems on Twitch, so that's why we're a little bit late. I think that's why Channel 2's a little bit late as well. It's just playing up a little bit, but we're back now. And Jay Pearce is on the lap, he's on the option tyres, and it's now coming through the corner. He got a little bit unstable there.
And again, maybe a slight improvement, but no, it's not even.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, the 10th.
By a couple of attempts to 83k runs wide, and that seems that will be it at the end of qualifying. So Jay Pearce will take pole by half a second, which is a tad cozy, I'd say. Dad's LFC Gerard's 2.6 seconds off the pace. I'd expect him to be a lot closer than that.
We have a 10 place grid penalty for Crazy Fish. Now that might have been
that might well be
for the block on
would
Daz.
not surprise me. Something which you didn't catch earlier, all of you that were watching, it was Crazy Fish blocking Dad's LFC Gerard on a lap, so he's gonna, that's probably what the penalty is for. He probably won't need to penalise him for anything for that, and he's put it for.
Yeah, I mean, the pace round about what you would expect from this division, but of a few reports coming in from JP saying he should be going a tad quicker than that. Especially going from his trial time, so.
LGS said a lot of lag in the F6 quali. Rides tag's going to give us a crazy stat in a bit, he says. He is a crazy guy.
I'm on board with the tier 6 race right now.
If LMG Killers is listening, he shouldn't be watching the stream, because that will affect the connection. So, if you are listening, I can get off that.
But tier 6, top 2, very close indeed.
Are they? Yeah, you're going to be following tier 6 for us
tonight,
tonight, aren't
you?
So keep a little. How is the stream in there? Is it laggy or is it?
It looks okay from what I've seen.
And
I've only seen it about a minute or two.
Well, or?
I haven't really had a chance to see it. I've only really seen the leaderboard times. So
they're a little bit behind us, but they're only doing a 50% race, so you know they're going to be done way before us. But hopefully, we won't see anything coming up. We will there. Sorry about that, guys. We're going to try something new tonight.
Which is what?
We're going to try and put a live replay in.
Ooh.
So I'm going to start recording it from when the lights go off. Going down to turn 1, we'll go back at some point and watch the first few corners again. So we've got 2 versions of it, well, same version but just twice. Just have a little look at it. But I think we're pretty much good to go. I mean we'll wait until Crazy Fish gives the okay. But Jay Pearce looks pretty good. I'm not sure what his pace is like.
Shall I go
in the race? Ask him if they're already. Yeah,
I will do.
Full wet for F6, so it's going to be a wet race. Or is it a wet qualifying? I'm not sure. Cube Jam, that's 240p. I don't know if that's talking about the Channel 2 or the Channel 1. But the Channel 1 is 720. We will get out there on track for 58 laps, 100% off the Australian Grand Prix. We've got, Jay Pearce half second in pole from the F4, last season's F4 division. Gravedigger, who finished above him in the championship, half a second down. ACPX Beast, also ahead of Jay Pearce in the championship, finds 4th on the grid, with new drivers GSY Davey and XRL Killers, 3rd and 5th respectively, with Tucker 104 Harley in 6th. Mini Ninja did very well in F4 last season, as well as Sick V2 Ozone, finding themselves 7th and 8th. Club struggled in F4 last year, is 9th with the Boy 83k in 10th. 11th is XRL Gravedigger. Daz LFC Gerard giving a pretty poor account of himself. You're going to have to get out of the way, Fearless, because Crazy Fish is in 15th.
Oh
Right,
god.
a tag has got a rather interesting stat. In the top 3 divisions, McLaren took pole in all 3 of them. TRL Button, XRL Stewart, and I Love Jigsaw's all getting pole. That's quite an interesting stat, and that is why we pay this guy nothing. He just brings out the stat.
A little update from Tier 6. It is a full wet start.
Yeah, LGS just sent me the message there, so they're about to start. Were they all good to go in there? Or
there was a few toilet breaks, but it looks like they're good to go now.
Breaks. So. Grow up, get a bladder.
Be a man.
Crikey, I've never heard such poor excuses. Now, you can understand that Draco. Yeah, he has a bit of a bad bladder. He's been known to retire from races.
We'll be going to track.
Go off the track to go to the loo. So probably a good idea if he did it. But yeah,
he was one of.
Right, so we're here for round 1 of the F5 Championship. A new championship is below in Tier 6, but these guys fighting it out to try and get themselves back into F4. Can Jay Pearce do it? He's currently pole. We've got the likes of Crazy Fish moving up from F5 to race in this division again. Who's going to do it as the lights go red? And there's lights out and away we go for the Australian Grand Prix.
Crazy Fish got a very slow start.
Looks like a reasonable turn 1 that all took it reasonably well. So Jay Pearce is out in the lead here. He's held it very well. He's got a Ferrari and a Mercedes side by side. Is that... They're all on the options of what?
Jay Pearce held it round the outside there, just blocking that move off.
Yeah, did well. I mean,
the corner.
The Ferrari did well to get side by side, but a good start to this race. Not many people to report an incident there, so it's gone off quite well.
Draco has dropped a position or 2, he's down in last place now. And the Ferrari of Crazy Fish, he's done both Draco and his teammate Clarb, so Crazy Fish moving up 2 positions at the start of this race.
So Gravedigger giving Jay Pearce a bit of trouble here. There's a reasonable start here as GSY Davies under pressure from the Lotus behind him. Lotus doesn't make the move. Looks like GSY Davies is going to run a little bit wide, keeps the position just these early stages, but people in this division have only raced 300% races over the course of the season, so heavy fuel's not something that they're going to be accustomed to. Gravedigger's had a great start. He's broke 3rd place. He's going to have a look. Out in the lead, Gravedigger's going to have a look at Percy. He's got the inside run down to turn 1. He's got a full bar of curves. He's not decided to use any. And has just pushed Jay Pearce wide, but no. Gravedigger running wide on exit, and he's lost the position. Bit of a clumsy move there. He didn't really need to go as deep as he did, but maybe that 100% fuel, as we just pointed out, maybe that was what it was.
Yeah.
But that's been an impressive start. I haven't
and
seen any bad driving.
there's a train of cars behind Gravedigger, and it starts with the Mercedes driver GSY Davey, who I don't know if he's holding them up. He didn't look to be holding them up until he ran a bit wide.
He was holding them up a little bit, but I think Gravedigger was getting away, but then he made the error at turn 1, and they've sort of closed back in again. But Killers is just behind him, the Lotus, and then we've got the Mercedes. So he's in a Mercedes sandwich, Killers. And ATPX Beast has had a good start up into P5. He's actually stayed in the same position. So it's not really raced
Mercedes look to have a look around the outside on Killers then at the fast left right, but he just backed off.
Interesting stat from Riot's tag here. He says McLaren are the highest points in terms of constructors. McLaren scored the most points from all league races so far, so that's the top 4 divisions, 83 points. But the best McLaren driver is currently running P7 in this race, so McLaren not so good in this division. Mini Ninjas worked his way up into P6, he's right on the back of P5. Sick V2 Ozone is a front-running McLaren. Last season's F4 division, he finished 4th place, sorry. And he's now down in F5, which is the old F4, and doing okay.
I'd love to chip in with a few stats, but unfortunately, I don't really have many to give, so.
Well, over the course of the season, we might find a few things out about people, and
yes,
I know
I'm sure we will.
Chris is pulling out some good stats for us there, so we'll keep on top.
Keep it up, Chris.
We've got actually got another one. Speaking of the devil, Tyson in GP3 has recorded the fastest lap in race trim of anyone. That's a 122.391 in the race trim.
Not bad.
That's pretty quick, but then I think he might have pitted right last lap sort of thing. Well, I don't know, he must have, unless he's got ridiculously good pace. It's just starting to open out. You can see there's a few gaps. You've got the front two, you've got I think 3 or 4. Then you've got this battle for 5th, or 6th, sorry. Where you got
there's a few cars. There's quite a few cars in our little battle.
They're in their own little battles, aren't they? Keeps it interesting to watch anyway.
There's about 3 or 4 little battles, but the front battle, I think, maybe the one to keep an eye on over the next lap or two is Gravedigger. He's not letting JPS get away. He's right on his gearbox, and he may well have DRS coming up the back straight, the home straight here. And he has indeed. He's got DRS. He is closing. Only a little bit, but going into turn 1, how will he take it? Looking nice and smoothly.
I'm on board with Boy 83K. He's now on the inside going into turn 1 on he's at Sick V2 Ozone. Had it down the inside. Sick V2 Ozone should have allowed a little bit more room, and the place is done, but now...
JPS made a mistake. He cut the corner at 3, and he slowed down now. Gravedigger's going round the outside. He's done it, he's gone round the outside, going into the start of Sector 2. And we have a new leader, people. It is XRL Gravedigger.
Wish we were up there for the fight. Taco 104 Harley getting a little bit of a nudge behind him from the Sauber. Daz LFC Gerard are being reminded by LGS to keep on top of track limits. Yes, we know. We'll start looking at this a little bit more once the race sort of calms down after the first stint.
JPS has made another mistake. He just went too wide. I don't know what turn it is. I couldn't possibly tell you, but he went wide. And now 3rd, 4th and 5th just behind him. He's not quite on drop back enough for them to be having a fighting chance to overtake, but he's pretty close to them.
We've got Klarbs way off the pace at the moment. He's some 2-3 seconds off the pace of Crazy Fish in front of him. He's really been struggling in that Williams, and that shows. Jay Pearce now in P2. He lost that position, and there's a bit of a gap forming. I mean, his qualifying pace may be there, but his race pace is not anything special at the moment.
He's just, what I've seen, he's just made a few mistakes here and there. He's maybe misjudging the 100% fuel.
That Mercedes has surely got to give up the place for that. I mean, he ran wide at the exit turn 1 to the bend, and he has lost the pace. He's going to try and get round the outside. XRL clip killers, no contact there, but just couldn't make the move stick. So he's dropped down, and Mercedes now occupied.
We have an early pit stop here. Of Sick V2 Ozone now. I don't know what that's for.
I think it's just getting him into some clean air. He was in a battle with, I think, 3 or 4 drivers. I mean, it may be a sensible thing to do. If you can get your tyres to last, then yes, you could do that.
Definitely. I mean, especially with some open air like he does have, which he may have for another good 4 to 5 laps before the others start to think about pitting. And he's gone onto the prime tyre, so maybe thinking about they're going to undercut on a few drivers, try and get even more clean air once they return from the pits.
Daz LFC Gerard now, he's in P9, has just worked his way up a position because of that pit stop, and he just seems to be following this Red Bull Boy 83K pretty much around the track, but he's closing in now. Maybe I'll have to go at DRS, as the Boy 83K looks like he's not within the DRS of the Lotus in front of him.
He runs a bit wide at second to last corner.
Multiple F4 division winner back in the day, Daz LFC Gerard. I'd like to see a little bit more from him now, but it just shows me how the divisions have got a lot more competitive.
Certainly. I mean, it's a good thing we've done this year. I mean, in regards to the testing a few weeks ago, it really has got the division sorted out. in terms of pace between every driver. I mean, every
I'm a
division
little
I've
bit more
seen so
unsure
far
on the
is...
lower divisions. I mean, 2.6 seconds in qualifying is a big gap. But I'm pretty much aware that some of these guys could have probably pushed a little bit quicker than what
Oh
they
yeah,
did.
I mean, it may just be mistakes, you know, in qualifying and obviously not being able to put a lap in. But I mean, in the race, apart from maybe Clarves, who's unfortunately knocked off the
Well,
pace
he
of
was in a
teams,
good car, he
they're not
enjoyed the
far off.
car, and then he sort of said, I want to go and be teammates with Draco Fire. And they were all happy with it, and the only car that was really available was the Williams. And he hates it. Draco likes it, but it's not good enough. Because now he's sort of lost massive time.
Yeah.
Draco's running P10 currently. He's on the prime tyres though, so he's doing an alternative strategy to the rest, and he's not far off the likes of Daz LFC Gerard, Tucker 104 Harley, and the Boy 83 UK.
Like,
So,
I'm bored of XRL killers yet.
yeah, that little
Lining
battle.
up a pass
Oh,
on the
yes.
Mercedes.
These two have been
He's going to have
close.
DRS and he's right on his gearbox.
Yeah, these two have been close pretty much the whole
He's
race.
catching already. He pulls to the inside. No, oh man, lagging a bit here.
Bit of a lag there. I was going to say, I swear he was like dead straight and then went magically to the inside. LMG Killers, I don't know if he got like a bit distracted by that, but he ran really deep going into turn one,
Yeah, I
and
don't
he's
think he
now
was
under pressure
expecting it
from
himself.
Sauber. Sauber have got a mixed bag. They're currently P9 and P5. Mini Ninja.
J Pierce has pitted. J Pierce has pitted.
So our leader is Pit, and yeah, that lag from that Mercedes is a little bit much. I can't think who that Mercedes is right now, but we'll work our way back there. Just see where J Pierce has funneled out, and he looks to be, I think, P10.
12th,
Oh,
down in
12th.
12th.
Crazy Fish in 10th then. He's also on primes. Clarves is on primes as well. So, I mean, it's not the worst. So 12th. Depends how much he gets held up from this, from the Williams in front. He should be able to clear him quite quickly on fresh tyres, but let's just keep an eye on this. Gets a much tighter corner. Clarves really struggling on the exit, and surely a little blast occurs. He'll have the inside line for the chicane, and he can dictate then. He's even pretty much got a car with the head. Yep, it's his to take, but Clarves takes a much better line. But doesn't matter, the tyres are good enough. Sean signing in for the night. Riot's tag saying what we knew about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, ACP Beast makes a late dive into the pit.
Oh, that's a
And the XRL Killers almost went straight into the back of him.
sloppy
They
move
both
from
pitted.
Clarves. Clarves has just hit off Jay Pierce.
And Gravedigger has pitted. So where is he gonna?
He's going to
funnel
come out ahead of Jay Pierce because Clarves hit Jay Pierce into the gravel. So it lost him about 5 seconds, I'd say. 3,
There's
4
a lot of
seconds.
pit stops going on this lap.
Surprising to see Crazy Fish in so early. He was on the primes. Jay Pierce is currently now P6, and he is about 4 seconds behind Gravedigger. So these guys are still in the hunt. Draco's in P3 on the prime. He's not doing too bad. Then we've got option runners. Daz LFC Gerard still out on the options, which I mean 8 laps is about right. Tucker 104 Harley.
Yeah.
And we've got GSY Davey, who's our current leader. He's on the options as well. So they're doing reasonable lap times, but there's a massive scrap. Must be about P6, P7 area. I'm gonna try and
I know
find...
that's them all in the pit stops. There's a good 5 or 6 cars that all went into the pit stops.
Jay Pierce is lucky he didn't lose more time, because he could have been much worse off.
Certainly.
Clarves is yet to pit, and he's holding up this train of...
And it's XRL Killers who's looking at the back of him now. And then he's got another 3 cars behind him.
Looking at Clarves' lap time, he's at 31.7 on the prime. That's not that bad. It's not, you know, the guys on the options were doing 29s. So, seconds.
Well,
it's not as bad as what
only
it was. He just needs to be more consistent.
Gravedigger and J Pierce and XRL Killers, in fact, managed to get into the 29. So, I mean, compared to the rest of the guys, he's certainly not far off the pace.
He just had a bit of a sloppy start, lost a lot of time, but he's on the primes now.
Killers has gone wide into the gravel.
And it's an overtake from the lagging Mercedes there. I don't know how.
Oh, wow.
AC Pixabee's lagging.
Oh, he's span. He's span on my screen. He's just span. Oh no, now he's in. He's inside XRL Killers. And now he's dropped behind him. I don't know what's going on with ACPB stuff.
I think you'll see him losing connection pretty soon, if I'm honest. We'll keep an eye on it anyway. But these guys very, very close for what are the minor placings at the moment, but that will be different You must think, if you're a mini ninja, what do I do here? He's got a lagging ACPX beast, doesn't know where he is, he's just moved forward like that, and again, what do you do? Because the thing is, if you touch him, the car will spin, you'll get a penalty for it, although it's not even him. I mean, it's pretty frustrating.
I mean, there's nothing worse than when it... I mean, just, for example, don't mean to pick anyone out, but Jamie last season, I mean, you had a few battles with him.
Awful, wasn't he?
When he did have some bad connection, it was very, very hard to
overtake
him.
I know all about that. I was near him a lot last season.
That's
but,
what I mean. That's
season,
what I'm saying. You should know.
This season he was much
vastly
vastly improved. He's got new internet. I didn't really race wheel to wheel with him all that much, but I was always, within a few seconds gap whenever I was racing with someone. I couldn't see anything bad. So I mean, Clark looks like he's under pressure now.
Yeah. It looks like his tyres have gone. He's just got to.
The thing is, if he can try as hard as he can to race with these guys, his lap times will improve. But it's just dropped in the pits. So again, it's a bit surprising. 9 laps on the primes. Some of us could do 9 laps on the options. Okay, the 9th lap may be a little bit slow, but I mean.
Yeah. We now have ACP Beast having a look at XRL Kelly's moves to the inside. And he looks to have got that move done. And XR Killer's just got too deep round wide, and he's now got the star bit of... I do not know. Wrong way. I've gone the wrong way. Who is it? Who is it? It is Mini Ninja. It was all over the pack. XRL Killers.
Draco's our leader at the moment, and Gravedigger is being closed in by Jay Pierce. We're going to keep an eye on Jay Pierce for a couple of laps, see what he can do.
Yeah.
Runs incredibly wide at the exit there, as if I don't know. We'll keep a bit closer eye now.
Mini Ninja pulling to the inside of the fast chicane. Oh, and the XRL Killers, wow, but he managed to hold the speed going around the outside, and he's kept hold of the position. That was good driving. I'll give him that one. And Mini Ninja pulling to the inside, he's just not gone for it. So he'll stay behind it for now, but I will get on board with JPS with you.
Yeah, I'm going to watch him for a few laps for a track extending. Go watch it. So it may that we won't be going off him for a few laps now, because we're going to keep an eye, as we had a message.
Yeah.
See, I think this is right though. If people are suspecting anyone of track extending, keep an eye. See if we need to do anything about it, and then we can check on them a little bit later, and it makes it fair for everyone else, because Australia is a track where you can easily track extend. I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt on that, or I can just watch it back. I think his rear was just on the line, so we'll give him the benefit on that one. I mean, not there though. Not there. It's been a really close race in the mid-pack though. We'll aim to try and get back into the mid-pack in a minute as well. So I've got a recording of the first sort of half a lap, so we'll probably show that towards the end, or when there's an open bit or something like that, or maybe play it when the top 3 come in at the end. But
I wonder how long
Draco is under all
gonna
kinds of pressure. I'm surprised. I would have thought the primes could be competitive for a bit longer, but maybe just on that heavy fuel.
Oh, Gravedigger's gone wide, trying to push the move.
Yeah, that was a stupid dive down the inside. He's losing traction. They're both losing traction. Him and Jay Pierce. Whoa, that's a move by Jay Pierce. I think shoved wide, but he's got it done.
Yep.
Now Jay Pierce will look at Draco, but yeah, I'm a bit surprised those tyres are not more competitive at this stage of the race. 12 laps in, I'd expect them to still be competitive for a few more laps before they drop down.
Now he's a pit stop down, unfortunately, which...
Well, pit stop down on the fastest guys. He was running 10th. He was running 10th before the pit stops, so...
Oh, a bit of an extend there again from Jay Pierce. He needs to watch himself. Has Gravedigger managed to get past? No, Gravedigger will be kicking himself for not making that move stick at the
he needs to get past as soon as possible. As Clark is out. Well,
should we get him in?
Yeah, let's get him in.
He just didn't look to be on the pace, did he? I mean, it's just unfortunate.
No, Draco looks okay though. I mean, he hasn't pit yet and he will go a long way back, but he has done that, got a prime stint out
I mean,
of the way.
considering he was in 10th, and you look where he is on track compared to
I mean,
the back runners. I mean, he's
probably...
going to filter out into, I'd say, in between 7th towards 10th. I mean,
Yeah, I
looking
mean,
at
but
where
the
they
thing
are,
is, you got to think is he's got prime stint out of the way. So other
yeah,
people will have, a lot of the others around him will have primes.
And
Draco's
he's
not doing
making
bad laps. I
I
mean,
know,
he's racing
he's
for
making
position.
Gravedigger fight for that position. Which he is totally entitled to do. I mean, he's not a lap down. He's just a pit stop down. But I mean, he's got all the right in the world to fight for the position. But it looks like Gravedigger's got the move done, and he has Gravedigger up into P2.
He needs to push now because Jay Pearce is starting to pull away.
And why that little battle has been happening? We have the Mercedes of GSY Davey, who is closed right up to the back of them, and he is on the option tyre.
So GSY Davey doing a completely different strategy. He's gone option.
Yes, he has indeed. It just depends if he's going to challenge for the win here today. I mean, he really does need to get past Draco Fire here, and he needs to catch up right to the back of the two cars who are leading, which are Gravedigger and Jay Pearce. If he wants a strategy to work, maybe even pull a little bit clear of them.
He's done that corner a lot better.
GSY Davey looks like he's got past Draco now. Right, I'm going to go a bit further back, see what them guys are doing.
Yeah, we're going to get off Jay Pearce now. Clubs, pace not there today.
That car's ridiculous, mate. It's different. You drive it every time you get in it with the same setup. It's just crazy.
I bet you wanted. I bet you wish you stayed in the other car.
I don't know. When I was flicking through it, I put the brakes down to fucking wrong pressure or something. Absolutely no brakes at all.
No brakes. Well, luckily you won't have to worry about the heavy fuel for between now and Spa.
Oh no, I don't mind the heavy fuel. I've been practicing it all day. It's the same setup as I've been practicing with all day.
Are you still running the assists off, or?
Yeah.
So you're even doing the manual gears on the controller then?
Well, it's a good effort, man. I mean, I'm sure a bit more practice in the car it'll come to you eventually, but I mean, if it's just not there, yeah. Maybe it's just one of them days, right? I mean, hopefully you come back next week and you'll be able to challenge. But
it's quite surprising because I'm watching Draco. He's up in P4 at this moment. Yes, he's got to pit.
It's a car that suits somebody with a wheel. It's very, very understeery, and it's very hard to get the power down.
I don't know. I haven't raced a Williams before. I mean, Andy quite enjoys it.
Well,
he races on the wheel. Nutters enjoys it. I don't know.
Around here in the Ferrari,
yeah, I quite enjoy it as well.
Yeah, I would say that's the difference. In the Ferrari, I can do a 122
Or wasn't that the car you got given in the draws, the Ferrari?
Yes. The car you told me and Draco would be driving, and it's the car me and Draco practiced in for a while, and now it's not the car we're in.
Steve-O commenting on the stream about a GP3 race.
Gravedigger. He is not letting Jay Pearce go. He's actually closed the gap a little bit now. He's got past Draco. He's really closed the gap. If that was maybe second or just under a second behind him now. Who are you currently on board with?
Oh, we're on board with Tucker. He's currently P5. He's closing in on Draco.
Right, I'm going to have a little check on the football scores for us. Right, so settle down a little bit. Cloud's not having the best of race, so clearly not enjoying the Williams.
No, he hasn't. I mean, I liked how he had a little point about the Ferrari, but if things aren't down in writing to me, they're not going to be listened to. So they weren't there. They weren't on the forum saying we want this car. How am I meant to remember from months back? I can just not. If I did that, then I would not remember much. Which I
You might want to get on board
so.
with Gravedigger here, because Gravedigger is right on the back of JPS.
Draco's going incredibly long into this first stint. He's still out.
I wonder if he's trying to do a little two-stop strategy.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, Gravedigger's really starting to close it, so keep an eye on this battle for the lead. Looks like this battle's all the way down. Why don't you go and have a look at the battle for, what is that, about 9th, that area?
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of cars there, so can't get there. I wonder why Jay Pearce has just let Gravedigger through
Unless he's wanting DRS on him to keep ahead of it, I don't know.
there. He just let him straight through and get to the chicane.
Unless he's realised, did he corner cut or track extend?
Well, no, the funny thing is Gravedigger was running track extended. But he just completely, like, slowed him down. Maybe it was something beforehand, maybe an incident or something we didn't catch, but I didn't see anything in particular, so bit of an odd one. I've written it down anyway.
Oh god. I was just on board with the Boy 83 UK who was currently chasing, I think it's 6v2 ozone. Then all of a sudden, there is a Ferrari of
Crazy
Fish who is right on the back of these two, and he's in DRS range, and he's going to have a look. Oh, oh no, it's me, I'm getting 5 second lag.
Oh.
A Crazy Fish looking up into turn 3 on DRS. Oh, and he's just got it done. Forced the Boy 83 UK out wide, and he's got the move done very cleanly indeed as well. A bit deep, but no contact was made, and now he can make a push for 6v2 ozone.
Well,
oh, big corner cut there from Crazy Fish. That was
Jay
naughty.
Pearce is keeping Gravedigger the company, but GSY Davey behind. He is on the options. He's not lapping. He's lapping not too bad. He's right at the back of him now, so he's having a good race. He will have to do the primes at some point when they're on the options. Is the only worry, unless he does an extra stop. I don't know if that's going to work.
Crazy Fish is. He's done a few corner cuts this lap, and he's just lost time then because he went straight into the bollard at the fast chicane. But
judging from all of the races, I mean, this week there's been a lot of close battling out on track. A lot of what I heard. Sorry, I've got questions to answer, have I? Right. So we got a comment from Steve-O and Ryan's tag about Tyson, I'm assuming, last night. I don't know who he's talking about. Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about...
I can't get on it.
Bernie, why is it Malaysia percent for 50% GP2 and below? Well, it's just how it works out. I mean, everyone's going to have different opinions on the track, so I just think roughly from what they were last season. And if we feel like any changes, then we'll change it. But otherwise, if we wanted to do 100% for every race, then we would do that. But we're not going. Oh, and Jay Pearce makes a big error. Just keeps him in the confines of the track, Davey, and makes a move. You know how the percentage of the distance of races works. Every division has slightly less 100%. So there's no point asking why is this track done, because someone else will ask if we had Malaysia on 50 and put another track on 50 instead of Malaysia. So another person I think, oh, but why Malaysia? Why is this track on and not somewhere else? We'd get nowhere if we did that. So that's why the decision was made. I'm assuming that's the question. I'm not scared of the rain. Well, fearless it would be because I hit up the arse I did last season. that was interesting.
That cost me the race. That.
Oh no, I did comment today in the GP2 forum about that. Like, yeah, that probably could cost you the race.
Righteous tag. Another stat of the fastest times currently on the table. TRL Button, the F1 division, has the slowest time.
Of the past, is that. GSY Davies lost a place to Jay Pearce with P2. Gravedigger's got about 7.5 gap now, so he's just pulling out a bit of a gap in the lead. And there's quite a big gap down to P4. Am I scared of the rain, says Lee. It can rain anywhere. I don't think I'm scared of the rain. As Jay Pearce runs incredibly wide, loses the place back to GSY Davy. If I was scared of the rain, I would make Belgium 50% as well, because it rains quite a lot there, but that's all 100% for every division, so I mean, it's just how it worked out. It's GSY Davy going incredibly on the inside there. I was not expecting that, but he dives into the pit, trying to get undercuts. I think the only way he's going to get into the lead, I think. Kim Jong Bernie. Oh, I love it. Yeah, you've all got to have the same haircut as me now as well.
Jigsaw's, I think you're mistaken Fearless for Righteous Tag there. We all know he's got a little thing for setting someone.
Yeah, it's good to see so many of you watching the F5 race. It's been a pretty close race. I mean, there's been specific battles out on track.
XRL Killers has just made a mistake at turn 1 and ACP Beast has moved up into third position.
How's his lag now? Has it calmed down? Because his
it has, to be honest, yeah. He just looks normal now.
See, I mean, I had a couple of comments on the stream saying you got to get rid of him. But the thing is, it's fine now. I mean, you got to give people the benefit of the doubt. You can't just kick it because you see it for 1 lap or 2 laps. It's got to be over like a long period of time, which that simply wasn't. It's fine now again. It's just maybe a simple drop in the strength of the connection, like a.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think it's just when all the cars are so close together at the start of races. I think just the connection, it just struggles a little bit because there's so many cars in between each other, which it shouldn't be like.
Close to someone out on track. They all seem to be, quite close. We've got Clubs and Sick V2 Ozone fighting at the back. Draco's a little bit quiet in P10. He's about 3 or 4 seconds off the next guy, but he's obviously on really fresh tyres, so he's going to join that sort of 4-car scrap. You've got P1 and 2 very close, and P3, they're all doing pit stops at the moment, so they'll filter out. But 4 and 5 are quite close.
So there's a nice little battle for 3rd and 4th. Killers and ACP Beast if you just want to get on board. Killers has got DRS. He had a bit of a poor exit from the final corner, but he's closed up a little bit. He's had a nice turn 1, and he will have the DRS again going up into turn 3. Used a little bit of cares.
I'm apparently now Robert Mugabe Fisk. I'm not going to say what I thought, because LMG Killers is having a decent race. He's on the prime tyres fighting with ACP Beast. The double figures point finish on debut is going to be good if he can keep it there. It's pushing as hard as he can, that's for sure.
A summer Dan Laden.
Come on guys, let's not joke about this. It's not a funny situation.
Oh, who's in first position? Because they are well clear. Gravedigger, he has got a massive lead.
Gravedigger, but the other guys have hit around him.
I know, but he's come in. Let's see where he's going to come out.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, the ones he's fighting against are not Mini Ninja. He's in P4, but we've got P5,
JP and GSY Davy.
Yeah, so these guys.
He's gone for the prime tyre.
This is going to be awfully close. And the thing is, he could easily, by the looks of it, fit in between.
He's going to get jumped. He'll get jumped here.
Oh, and Davey loses it on the exit. Oh, and he loses a place to Jay Pearce. Big thing there for him. But it looks like
Gravedigger's come out in front.
Oh,
he got turn 1. So who's in? That is Killers and ACP Beast. Who's still yet to pit.
We've got the Salva in. Who's that Salva? I'm trying to think who it is. Because Jay Pearce tried to go around the outside. He's going to line it up for the inside of the following corner and gets the move done. Jay Pearce pushing the fight to Gravedigger. This battle has been about a second and a half, nearly all race. It's been incredibly close. JPS running wide, losing a little bit of time. And I was going to go on board with LMG Killers next for track extending. We'll watch him for a couple of laps. I know it's getting pretty close. We've got to do it. Start next lap, we'll do it. So we'll see these guys. Gravedigger's just not doing too badly now. He's struggling around that chicane, and GSY Davey looking to get a move done on Mini Ninja on the inside. He's got a much pressure set of tyres. Should be able to brake late. Does. Gets the inside, keeps it within the confines of the track, and a nice easy move for him. And you see Mini Ninja's just starting to struggle with those tyres. But it's been a decent race from these guys. I mean, yeah, it has been. I think Jay Pearce seems to get the best out of the tyres when they're new, and then when they're old, Gravedigger seems to turn it around a bit, and then it sort of works out quite even.
Sorry, I'm just replying to the guys on chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, I'm back in the room. What was you saying, Dan?
I was just saying, I think Jay Pearce is a bit quicker on the opening part of the stint.
Yeah,
but
that
then he's
does
a bit
seem the
slower.
way, yeah.
He's slower to Gravedigger at the end. As LMG Killers is now going to be the latest pit stop down.
Just looks as if Gravedigger can manage his tyres a lot better than JPS, to be honest. I mean, he may be quicker after quite a few laps, but he just seems to be able to push his tyres more and just keep them at a constant speed rather than put a few fast lap times in and then maybe drop a little bit.
Killer's trying to fight Gravedigger for that space, and now he's going to fight Jay Pearce, but he doesn't fight at all.
He just left him straight through.
I'd expect him to pit shortly.
And JPS has got DRS, has used half of Barricades. But Gravedigger's also got DRS, he pulls to the inside, comes back onto the racing line, gets a nice turn into turn one. JP is a bit scrappy.
Just running wide and trying to get the power down, not the grip there. And, well, LMG Killers is fighting AC.
Oh, he broke late and straight into the back of Gravedigger. This is a nice little scrap. JPS has certainly got the pace on these fresh tyres, but he just can't get past Gravedigger, which is fair play to Gravedigger, he's holding his own. Oh, big corner up from JPS, that was naughty.
He's actually just dropped a little bit because of that. I would have expected him to be a bit close, maybe lifted or did something there, but
oh, looks like Gravedigger's getting a bit frustrated behind
Gravedigger is not being ballsy enough to go and make a move here, but he's got a chance.
He's going
now
up the inside, past chicane.
Yeah,
what's JPS going to do? Is he going to stay behind? He does indeed. ACP Beast just doesn't want to give up. Oh! ACP Beast is just absolutely... Did you catch that?
Something happened, yeah.
He well and truly, he cut the chicane and then he just well and truly cut JPS off. Forced him into the wall. JPS has lost the front wing. He's down in 6th. That was naughty from ACP Beast. That was very naughty indeed. I'm getting a bit of lag at the minute as well. I don't know if you're getting the same.
No, it seems alright my end. That looked like a pretty poor incident. I mean, I didn't see it all, but I saw where the Red Bull, lost his wing, and that has put him way down. That's NFC up to 4th. Jay Pearce has just got to keep going. He's just got to keep going and see what he can do. He's fighting.
Maybe have to change his strategy a little bit.
He's effectively fighting the guys. Crikey, 5-way battle for like 6th.
Now, though.
It's been that close. He's down in last. It's unreal. He'll get up. He'll get a low amount of points, but it's just frustrating because 25 points is gone because of a silly incident.
I don't know. I mean.
It's definitely ACP's fault though, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, 100,000,000%. But I mean, All JPC's got clean air in front of him, he just needs to put
Thing
consistent
is, he'll have
laps in
clean
and
air, and then he'll hit this battle of 6 cars. And it's how
Yeah.
he gets past them. If he can get past them without any problems, then that's fine, and he'll get maybe a double figure points finish. But
yeah, certainly me, but I don't think he'll be able to get up to the. He's effectively done an extra stop now, and he's got a lot fresher tyres than Gravedigger and GSY Davey up front. But I mean, he may have to do an extra stop on maybe the prime tyres, which he doesn't want to do. So I mean, it's unfortunate. He was looking good. He was right up there for first position, 100% battling for first place, but he's just unlucky.
I don't know, it'd be close between him and Gravedigger, you never really know. But there's a lot of laps left. It's as if it's his race over, but effectively, you know, there's still good points on offer here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not over. He's about 5 seconds behind this massive bunch. And they're not really close. A lot of the gaps are sort of a second just over. I mean, if he can get close enough, he can hit one off at a time and then on DRS.
I mean, they're all spread out a little bit. They're not exactly
right,
on each other's gearboxes.
Exactly.
So if he can just, like you say, pick them off one by one, I mean, he's get himself up. Maybe a chance of a podium, but I can't really see it. He's got to do it. He's got an awful lot of work to do. I mean, he's already closer to the back of these guys, but once he does, just how he deals with them, whether he just gets straight past or whether he gets stuck in the middle of them. So.
We've got. Oh, you've just changed your name on the chat.
Me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I know what your game is.
Man! I'm not on it. I swear to God, I'm not on it. Look, this is my phone. This is my phone. I haven't got it on because I was lagging. It was making me lag, so I turned it off.
Okay, I'll let you.
I promise you. I promise you.
Right.
What is it? What is it?
Oh, what has he put? Oh, so you've just put Joseph Biscuitsy or something.
That wasn't me.
No?
I don't know how to change my name. I'll just
I'm apparently
keep it
worse
as
than
just
Hitler according to Sticky Bear. That's not very nice. That's a little bit too far. I mean, right. I Love Jigsaw's also commenting on the amount of traffic extending this race. I mean, I probably haven't been as wary on it what it should have been. I'm just currently watching Killers for it at the moment. So let's see what he can do. I mean, I've got one lap of bad driving. That's one just about there, running slightly wide. I started his test when he was on dead tyres, so I thought it'd be fair to him and give a couple of laps when he's on fresh tyres and see what he does then as well. This one. Australia's just one of those tracks, I think, with track extending. It's quite easy. And that's the thing,
I mean,
all these
sometimes
runoffs
it just
on this game now
sometimes you don't
life
even notice it.
Yeah, you can't help it sometimes, but I mean,
Yeah.
you know, 3 or 4
There's a
times
limit
a
though
lap's
to-
a little
yeah.
bit, you know, if you do that every time, I don't think it's
Maybe the
mistakes.
odd once every few laps is
Even
maybe
if it's like one a lap
okay,
or something,
but-
or like one every 2 or 3 laps, I mean, that's, you know, there's a lot of corners you can traffic extend. So
Well, I
to
was
make-
watching GSY Davey. He's in P2, trying to catch up to Gravedigger, who's dropped him a little bit in the last lap or so. But for the first half of the lap, he has done a lot of cutting and extending, which he's just done again at the fast chicane. So maybe
We'll get
one
on
to
board
watch
with that,
out
but
for.
I mean,
if
this
you haven't.
battle for 5th is quite
Yeah.
close. 3 cars, probably about a quarter of a second between them. Then you've got a big fight. All different cars, I think. P8 to 11. Then you've got 12 more further back.
Gravedigger has dropped him a little bit, so we're gonna leave them. And
Just
Tucker
hasn't-
Harley is just playing not the waiting game, but it's just sitting nice and quietly in fair position. He hasn't been involved in any incidents.
In terms of the whole driving, apart from ACPX Beasts incident, there's not been anything in terms of the actual
No,
racecraft and 21 London.
it's been clean racing. But like I
Yeah.
say, Tucker Harley is quietly, he's just moved up. He's into P3 and he's got no one around him. He's just got clean air to put lap in after lap, and I mean he's not too far off the front too. So I mean, if he can just put a few more clean laps and get a little bit closer, maybe an undercut going into the last stint, he might be pushing here for a top finish.
Daz
But Daz is retired.
Jeez. That's not, it better not be his children. I will not be happy with Daz. His children are talented children.
Oh, Davey, by the looks of it, is all over the back of Gravedigger now, going into the penultimate corners.
I mean, I have to say, I've looked at Gravedigger today, and he has a track extended quite a few times. But whenever he does give the position back to people. So I think that's allowable, I think. Right, Daz, why do we try?
Right, lads. I was burning too many tyres, just trying to catch them back up after I got pushed off. I don't know what lap it was on. It was a battle for 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th. Two in the front, had a collision, coming together on turn 3. As I was going through the middle of them, one of them clipped me, spun me around, that put me dead last, about 7 seconds behind everyone.
I think I caught that.
I was just mincing too much tyres and too much fuel, just trying to catch back up to the pack, so I let him for another hour and a half just to catch it back up. Because every time I caught up, I have to pit again, do you know what I mean?
So in terms of the pace, do you think it's fair to have a go with these guys?
Yeah, I think qualifying didn't go too well. I don't know how much of that he caught either.
No, we struggled with our streaming.
We had a bit of issue with Twitch. I mean, I was watching it. I mean, everyone just I seen you got blocked, didn't you, on your last lap, or was it?
Yeah, on my fast lap. Yeah, I mean, on my out lap, I come out and just about avoided someone else going through, and then as I was coming through to start my fastest lap,
that was JP. The turn 1, wasn't it, on your out lap?
Yeah, I think he just chose the wrong option. He could have either braked before the corner, or he tried nipping round it, and he tried nipping round it and getting out the way, and it didn't work. So I was too quick, you know what I mean? So that was my lap gone, but never mind, boys. There's always next week, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, your pace looked to be there. That's definitely to challenge these guys. So hopefully, maybe 50% you're more comfortable with next week. I mean, you could really have a go.
Well, alright. I was expecting better from this, and like I said, poor quality, and then I had it all to do from the start, really. And that didn't help the incident, right? But either way, there's no one to blame because it was a coming together. I was trying to squeeze through a gap that was always going to close, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then after that, I suppose you would just try and catch up, and you just. The thing is, a lot of these guys are pretty close on pace, so we watch it tonight, and a lot of people, it's battles all the way down still. I mean, you know, when it's as close as it is, trying to find that extra sort of time to close back up is difficult.
Oh, it is, yeah, definitely. But I mean, like I said, it was no one's fault. I mean, there was no way I couldn't have gone for the gap because there was nowhere else to go. You know what I mean? There was still cars across the track and a space in between them both, so I had to go for the gap in the middle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got tagged.
Oh well, at least you can take positives, mate. At least you know you've got the pace in the car to definitely challenge these guys. So hopefully next week will be a lot better for you.
Like
make us dream, Daz. Make us dream.
That's it, mate. Next week.
Well, at least Liverpool are doing well, hey.
Yeah.
At least they'll be playing like the likes of like Bursaspor in the Europa League next year when they get third place in their group.
Fingers crossed we might get Moyes for a manager next year. Well, I'll speak to you boys later. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Alright, man. Unlucky, man. Good luck next week.
Cheers.
Well, we'll be obviously covering the F5 race next week. Bit of a shame for Daz, but we just pointed it out in like a couple of sentences really. When it's as close as it is, look, we're having a three-way battle for fourth here. it's been like this the whole race. Drivers have been close to each other. It means the pace is equal. And any sort of unlucky things like he had, and you know, for me in my race, it was quite difficult as well to close back the gap. I mean, it is just like that when you make the mistakes and you go down.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's been a spin. Is that ACP beast?
that is indeed. We got
He
that.
just tried to force it round the outside. I don't think Killers could have done any more to turn in regards to the pace he was carrying through the corners. A bit ambitious from Beast, but I mean, and he's lost connection.
Well, that looked like a rage quit to me.
100% a rage quit.
It's not on really.
No.
Oh,
I mean, he's
really
still
read
in
that
6th
message.
place. I mean,
that's not over, is it? It's points. You've got to realise it's not one race long, it's 19, and they've got to try and, you know, score the points over the course of the season.
do it on. I mean, it wasn't exactly far off, and his second, well, I don't know if it was second or third pit stop, maybe his third. I mean, not far off that, so I don't think he would have lost too much time. There's always positions still to fight for and points still to gain, so that's pretty sore loserish, to be honest.
Well, let's hope we can get him in, but XRL Killers is now making a pass past Mini Ninja, and the Salby runs really deep, and that really is positioned him back.
Gone back.
You can't overtake down this straight, otherwise, you know.
I don't think he's gone. Mini Ninja looks at the inside line, but he's gone round the outside, and I'll give him it. It was a good move, but Mini Ninja's come back, and
yeah, I think that's allowable. Josh.
Oh yeah, I went out.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I've been on it.
It looked a bit of a rage quit to us.
Oh, I could have done. The amount of times I've been in incident. The pit straight is one which frustrated me. Oh.
Yeah.
And then the last one.
Then I think you got in a run in with Jay Pierce, didn't you?
Yeah, I do not know, because I never touched it on my screen. I bought my own end plate.
On our screen, it looked as if you were going. Well, he was about to go up your inside after the fast chicane, and you just, well, towards it looked like you kind of just blocked it off, and he just had nowhere to go. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you did look to have a bit of lag in the race, but
yeah, me and Gravedigger got lag at that point. So I just went right when JPS was like no and then I was staying right because I want them to overtake me so I didn't like the race. I don't know what happened after that.
And then what was your opinion of the where we're going around just now with the cycle glitch or whatever you want to call it? The P6 just now before you don't know.
Because a problem on the pit straight.
We'll have a bit of a look at it again. I mean, I've written it down, so yeah, we'll have a look at it after the race, and hopefully you have a better race next week. You were still on for some day, even with the spin. You were still 6th place. You could have caught up.
First two tracks are horrible.
Really, not a fan of these early ones.
No. They're too hard on the left.
Are you a fan of China then?
Yeah, it's been off.
Yeah, a bit like me then, I think.
Wall.
Not a fan of these early two races.
Killers
running
locked up, going to second
incredibly
corner,
wide.
and Mini Ninja took that position.
He only just got past me, Ninjas, and he lost that place straight away, and he struggled on the exit of that final corner as well. Those tyres not giving him the grip that really he needs. Surely the Tier 6 race is finished now, Key.
Pardon?
Tier 6, is that finished now, or what's the situation with the Tier 6?
I haven't been watching it, just because it's been making me lag. I'll have a quick check on it.
I would think it would be finished. I mean, 29 laps, we're on lap 35 here. Yeah, it should be finished, really.
It's still live.
Is it?
Yeah. see where we are. Oh, I don't know, it might have finished now. I think Asian Paul Passley has won.
Oh, really? Are they in the top 3, are they?
I don't know, I mean, it's just a black screen. He's got the stats of Asian Paul Passley and Temper 3D up on the screen, a black screen. He's interviewing them now, so...
Yeah, let's see, we don't, unless you just got on there. Anyone who was watching Channel 2 and watching the Tier 6 race, let us know who won that. XRL Killer's a good string of corners here. He's got the DRS on Mini Ninja for P4. Can he get this done before the first corner so he can have a second run? No, he backs off. That's the thing. I feel like if you can get the overtake done in the first corner, you get DRS again and you can pull that gap. I don't understand why so many people back out because, you know, as he tries to get it done,
too deep.
a little bit of an inexperienced move. Mini Ninja showing that he's been in the league for a season. He knows what he's doing. He's made a decent defence there. He's a bit inexperienced with Killers.
While these two are fighting, you'll never guess who. Jay Pierce is right on the back of these two.
He deserves quite a bit more out of the race than what he's getting. So, yeah, he is flying. He's done 26.8 as his fastest lap. Some second quicker than these guys on a fastest lap. He's doing it probably on a more consistent basis as well.
Can you hear this?
Just about, yeah. Oh, as LMG Killers runs into the gravel, and now he's under pressure from Jay Pierce. I thought there was going to be a side pod there, but no. Jay Pierce leaving just enough room, makes the move, and gets the DRS. That's very good driving from him. I think he might have just been within a second of the car in front. I'd have a feeling that LMG Killers has got it as well.
And is Pierce going to have a look up the inside? No, he's just backing off it.
By the time he'll try and get it coming round. Oh, Jay Pierce getting a little bit on the inside there.
He seems to back off though. I mean, he seems to lose a bit of traction, so he didn't really gain any time on that.
Oh, running incredibly wide now. LMG Killers is going to have a look round the outside. Jay Pierce has now gone from the hunter to being hunted. And he just defends.
Nice on the inside.
Yeah, get the curves going to defend, but yeah, he's definitely lost a bit of time on Mini Ninja for P3. No, 4. It'll be P4. The top 3 are quite clear. It's actually quite split out now. I think there's about 10 driving at the moment. 10 out there on track. Crazy Fish is doing well in P7. He's starting to slowly work his way up there.
Thank you guys. That'll be because let everybody else know if they do end up being happen to get an interview by both of us.
It's pretty close between the top 3. I'm quite surprised Tucker's all of a sudden there.
Pierce is pitted.
Pierce is in, so he's going to try and undercut these guys.
Final. I wonder if this is going to be his final pit stop.
Prime 21 laps, is that possible?
I think so. I mean, there's
21
a lot less
laps
fuel.
is a lot, but yeah, less fuel.
It is indeed, but 100% race. I mean, you look at Draco, the first stint. What did he do? He went a good few laps on them. Did he do about 17 laps on them?
He did do 17 on his first stint, so in 21 should be possible on the last stint, really.
That's on heavy fuel, especially with his qualifying.
8th place is going to be his minimum position. He should make 4 places up on pit stop, so a 4th place would represent a pretty good haul of points.
Yeah, considering he had to drop back into last position.
Yeah, he's got a couple behind him, and that is Sick P2 Ozone. And
but you can see that's just the time he's gained. I mean, he's gained 2 positions from that stint that he's just had to do.
Quite surprised to see Sick P2 Ozone as far down as he is. Draco's having a decent comeback race. Him and Crazy Fish have been quite close. All race. It's
Oh,
Crazy Fish runs
Crazy's running a bit
incredibly wide there.
Killers is sticking to the back of Asada. Who is that?
There's Mini
That is
Ninja.
Mini Ninja. So Mini Ninja's dropped back a little bit. So whether he's made a mistake, I do not know.
They seem to be
And
quite
Killers
close
has
the
got
whole
DRS.
race,
Is
these
thinking
guys.
about going round the outside with 2 cars coming out the pits just in front. And he goes round the outside of the Red Bull, which I do believe
Tucker 104 Harley,
is
P5.
Tucker Harley.
And he's done his stop. I think the top 3 have done their stops. And it's as you were. Gravedigger's got about a 7 or 8 second gap to GSY Davey, who's got about a 3-second gap to Tucker. So Tucker's got a chance here. He really
I
could
did
do with
say that, didn't I?
XRL Killers and
I
Mini Ninja just hitting this lap and getting out of the way. But
Well, it's looking good for Jay Pierce, considering he only pitted the lap before these guys at the front. So I mean, maybe they do feel the tyres can go to the end.
yep.
No real battles out on track at the minute, is there?
No, there's a few quite close, but they're not, fighting against one another.
Killers has dropped, and I mean dropped Mini Ninja.
Yeah, Mini Ninja seemed really cautious out of the chicane there.
Maybe his tyres are just not there anymore. Wonder if he's going to pit this lap. It wouldn't surprise me because he's lost quite a bit of time. Lost about a second and a bit. And he does pit.
He's going to try and undercut Killers then, but I mean, Mini Ninja's form at the back end of last season was poor. I mean, he was averaging about 2 points a race, and for someone who was fighting at, at one point
At the
for,
back.
right for the front of the division.
Oh, yeah. And then, he's gone into the option tyre?
Odd one, so he's going to do 2 stops then. Or 1 more stop, I should say, after that. So Draco's now up into P6. He's got his at Jay Pierce, and that's Crazy Fish. So, as I said, these guys are pretty close out on track. Tucker 104 Harley, and then LMG Killer. So Tucker could do with LMG reacting. Killer's running incredibly wide. You could say, that's track extending, but I think he lost enough time by running wide. Remember, it's only track extending if they've extended the track and gained time. Yeah. I mean, if they do something like that and lose like a second, that's,
And Tucker Harley just doesn't seem to have the pace, and GSY Davey seems to pull more than about a free. I'd say he's got a good 4 or 5 seconds.
GSY Davey sort of he came out of the pits ahead of these guys, and
yeah,
Tucker's
maybe
come out of the pits behind.
He had to be a bit cautious. Didn't he, once coming out the pits, because Killers was absolutely flying down the DRS, and
Killers nearly lose the back end, but Killers stays out. So Killers isn't going to react to Mini Ninja, but Mini Ninja is going to fly now, that's for sure. He's got 2 option runs, but he's got to find 18 seconds on Killers to beat him in about 18 laps. He's got to find a second a lap, which, I mean, the tyre difference, it's going to be close. I mean, has he got the outright pace to beat him on lap time first? And if he has, he's got to go a second per lap on the other tyres. What's the rundown from Chris? We will get to that in a second. We'll get down to that now. We've got 10 who are racing at the moment. And I've got a message from you.
For Jay Pierce with the fastest lap of a 25.5.
I will get on that when we get back. But XRL Gravedigger in the lead, pretty much because of Jay Pierce's incident with ACPXB. Davey in second, Killers in third, Tucker in fourth, with Crazy Fish and Draco fifth and sixth. Seventh is Jay Pierce. He will not stop, so he should get ahead of 3 or 4 of those cars in front. Finish quite high up. Sick V2 Ozone, he's disappointed in 8th really. Mini Ninja, he's pit on options, he's in 9th with the Boy 83 rounding off the drivers who have finished. But Mini Ninja, he's going to have to pit again. I don't know if that's really the right thing to do, but
and I wonder if Killers is staying out long enough so we can do the one option stint at the end. Let's
run on GSY Davey for a little bit. Good out of turn 1. We're going to run on board with GSY Davey for 3 laps here. See what he can do. See what his lap times are in comparison to people in front.
Gravedigger. Well, he's a good half a second quicker than Gravedigger on the fastest lap. Really pushing the car to its limits.
And a little bit more. That is debatable as to whether he gained time by running wide there, though.
Yeah.
So, that is. I gave him the benefit of the doubt the first time, but I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt for that.
Yeah. Right, well, I do believe we have a little scrap behind while you were watching that. Oh, and it is Killers and Tucker Harley, so Tucker's managed to get past Killers, and Killers is staying out. His tyres have gone. His tyres have absolutely gone.
Mini Ninja's going to close a lot of time in it while it's like this, more than a second a lap. He'll get 2 seconds a lap, and then, you know, he will look to pit at lap 49, so he's not going to have many laps where I'm not sure if he's doing the right thing.
JP is absolutely flying now. He's just managed to do a 24.9,
right?
Which is
I don't know how much.
It's a good second faster than Gravedigger. Gravedigger's managed to improve to 26 flat. So maybe the fuel load's starting to come down a bit more now. The car's starting to get lighter. The lap times are getting quicker. JP is pushing for absolutely everything.
Try and when we get a bit closer to the end, maybe like 5 or 6 laps, we'll get VHA Captain Waiter in and see what he had to say about the Tier 6 race.
Yeah. I do believe we have a little battle going on. We do. It's JP. He's now all over the back of Crazy Fish. Just gone through the fast chicane into the last sector through the 2 right-handers. How does he take them? Takes that corner perfect. Now this, maybe a bit of understeer there from Dirty Air. Look to the inside, but he's just a bit cautious, thinks better of it to get the RS. Still got over half a bar of gears as Crazy Fish dives into the pits, but JP has got the RS over the full. Well, just under the full bar of Kers, and he is absolutely flying, trying to get as high as possible now. No real battles on the track at the minute. There's one for 7th and 8th, I think. It's quite close. Get on board. It is Mini Ninja who's in 7th, and it is Sick V2 Ozone who's on the prime tyre.
I couldn't read that.
That's gonna be weird, a little mix up. And Ozone's tyres look reasonably fresh. I mean, it seems to be keeping up with Mini Ninja there, but I mean, the quicker tyre, the soft, the super
GSY
soft.
Davey could be in a bit of trouble here. He could be in a bit of trouble here.
Well, I was just keeping an eye on it for a while.
That's 8 in 3 laps. With a corner to go, but you'd assume he can't really go wide in the final corner, and he doesn't. So we might have a look at him a little bit later. Taika 104 Harley, he's doing well in 3rd. I think he's done a really good job on his debut race.
Certainly,
XRL
and
Killers.
he's been real smooth as well. Once I've looked over him his lap times, they've been consistent. He's
XRL
just kept
Killers
quiet.
is still staying out.
He's definitely pushing to make
Is
them
he
option
trying to get
tyres
far
go in the
enough?
last
He only needs to go maybe 2 or 3 more laps to go options, and then there'll be a straight race between him and Mini Ninja. And Mini Ninja.
I think if he pitted now, I think he could push them to the end.
It'd be a little bit too much, wouldn't it? I think.
I don't know. It just depends on his laps. I mean, if he manages to have like his smooth laps, he doesn't get too much on the curbs or too much on the gravel or grass, and he might just be able to do it. But I think Mini Ninja maybe not closing enough time on him. who knows? I mean, they'll be close when he comes out of the pits, but I just think Killers will have too much with fresh tyres, and plus he'll have maybe an extra pit stop on him for Mini Ninja to do any damage to him, really.
Draco's driving really well today. I mean, I haven't seen him cut. Oh.
I haven't, and that's what I was saying about Tucker
I'm
Harley.
now
I
on
mean,
board. I've been on board with him this lap, and I mean, he's running
Who,
wide here,
Tucker?
but he makes sure he keeps it in just. But now the fight is on because Mini Ninja is right behind. He's not going to bother making the move here. He'll line it up with DRS. I think.
Killers staying out. And Jay Pierce is up into 4th place.
So that's the bet. That's
what a fight back. I
a
mean,
slight nudge from Mini Ninja, but doesn't hit the place. You might.
Killer's tyres are gone. It's just getting silly now. I mean, maybe trying to cover off Mini Ninja, but I mean, he's pushing the tyres to the absolute limit, and these tyres have gone. I'm sorry, but he's just losing too much time.
What's the gap then? So that gap, he's there. It's no more than 7 or 8 seconds, 10 seconds at a max. So yeah, it's about 10 seconds. Not even that.
Just Mini Ninja. I think he made the mistake of going onto the option tyre.
Yeah, I mean, I think what LMG Killers are going to try and do is go maybe one more lap after this, and then have a 12-lap run.
Yeah.
I think that's what he'll probably do. Oh!
Oh no!
Well, he's had. Well, I don't think you can be any more unlucky than that today.
No. That was so unlucky. I mean, certainly
We
he's
know he
looking
had
at
the
driver
pace
of the
this
day
week.
for me.
Yeah.
Certainly, because that fight back was just unreal. I mean,
might as
getting
well try
himself
and
back
get him
up
in
into
the
4th
party.
position. Yeah. Killers is pitted.
So Killers has pit. I'm assuming it'll be for options. And he's just lost a place as he goes into the pit box.
No. Oh
It
yes,
is.
it is. It is indeed.
So he should have the beating of Mini Ninja. I mean, he had about a 6-second gap on Mini Ninja, so
Yeah.
it's just where he comes out in traffic.
A battle that could be happening over the next lap is between Crazy Fish and the boy for UK. It's Crazy Fish is fresh option tyres, and he's now closed about 2 seconds in about 3 corners on the boy for UK, who's on the prime tyre. So just coming to the end of sector 1, and Crazy Fish is right on his gearbox, looking at the inside, thinks better of it. Oh, cuts a corner. He shouldn't be gaining an advantage if he does off that, because that was naughty from Crazy Fish there.
Yeah.
And he cuts that one as well, but he loses time for that, and it's no surprise because it was a terrible corner cut once again.
He's just pushing a little bit too hard. I mean, just wait. I don't know. You can't do it. Just wait until DRS. Well, we can get him here. Look.
He
Get
looks
the
down,
curves
look at the
now.
inside.
Well, he's not even needing the curves. He might be able to just put it around the inside. And yeah, it's a solid
Nice,
move.
nice move.
The boy just loses the back end and next end up.
Oh, there's a battle just up ahead. And 6v2 Ozone and Draco both go into the pits. So I'm going to keep on board with this. The McLaren is going to dive into his box first. And he has, of course, gone into the option tyres. And he's straight back out. The Williams just ahead has been held up. No! That was mighty close. So the Williams of Draco and 6v2 Ozone, that's just a handful, that to say.
6v2. What's so difficult about that?
It just muddles. It's just muddled. And sick V2 Ozone.
Ozone V2 sick, is that better?
Nah, I'm just gonna call him sick. No, so sick is right on the back of Draco. So Ozone and Draco, this could be a battle to watch coming to the final stages. 10 laps to go. Pretty. I I'd say it's been a pretty good race. I mean, there's
It has
always
been.
a battle out there.
It would be nice to see more finishes. JP's disconnecting, unfortunately.
Killers is now on the back of his
Beast,
teammate.
well, you don't know if it was or not,
No.
whatever.
Yeah, I'm not taking his word. I ain't taking his word for that one.
Previous season, you can tell I've been like.
We do know you've got connection issues. You have got a point there, though.
It's sorting out next month. I'm moving house.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Killers. Killers looking around the outside, the second to last corner on his teammate, and he does it. But I think his teammate's pitted, so the boy 83 UK has pitted.
It wasn't
Killers
as
up
good
into
as what it could have been.
sixth
Right, I'm on my last lap of watching Crazy Fish.
Yeah.
And then that's me done for him.
Ninja keeping quiet in fourth, and Tucker Harley. He's on the prime tyre in his last stint. I mean,
P3 comfortably, isn't he?
yep, very
It's
comfortable
quite
indeed.
big gaps now, but there are battles out there. It's quite hard. I think, you know, AC Pix Beast would have been in the battle for...
You want to get on board with Draco
It's
and Ozone, and I think that's the battle to be on.
I will be at the end of this lap.
I'll get on board. Oh, Draco's lost the position to Ozone, so whether that was a DRS assisted move, I don't know. Pierce, J Pierce, unlucky man. What happened?
White.
Oh wait, man, that because
Well,
that
the
was
actual
that
internet
fight
just
back
went
was
off,
just-
or do you just disconnect from the game that kept you on live, or did it actually properly go out?
It kind of disconnected me from the session and then soon after, then live.
Right. So it's probably a router issue, not the game.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking going ahead with like hosting and who should host. That's a shame. I mean, I don't know if you had the pace to win or not, because you and Gravedigger are extremely close, but when you're out driving on your own, you definitely had some great pace today.
Yep. No, the game changer in that one was the incident with,
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
That was.
Can you
It's
tell us
ACPX
your
Beast.
perspective
Actually,
on
you're
that?
both in the party now, so you may as well,
Yeah.
say both of your perspectives from it, because save us some time after the race.
yeah. I'm just going to request that B says his first, so there.
He was here.
Oh, there we go. There.
Right, let's have your opinion then, Beast. First of all.
I'll just get out there. I just got lots of bad games.
Draco running wide there.
Yeah, seeing that.
See, on my screen it said that he took the chicanal wrong, winded up on the going really slowly towards the middle of the track, and I went up the inside. And as soon as he went to the inside, I went into the wall.
Yeah, it's kind of what I got on my screen immediately. He looked to his... I mean, I don't want to say it immediately because it will be obviously reviewed after the race, but that did look like the same on my screen, to be honest.
We'll see
So I
after
don't
the
know
race.
whether it was connection issues or not. I mean, it
Draco's really having a good run now, though. He's had a good few corners. He's right at the back of 6v2 Ozone again. It's a decent battle.
Well,
for,
I'm on board with Killers, who's on the back of Crazy Fish, and he's putting them under some real pressure.
Crazy Fish,
This
if he
is the
doesn't
fourth
pit again,
position.
he's had a good race.
Well, he's up into fourth. His tyres do not look as fresh as Killers, who is absolutely flying at the minute. He's done a 24.2, which is a reasonable lap time. Oh, his Crazy Fish runs a bit wide. And Killers has got the run on him going into the fast chicane. No, he's just lifted off there. He doesn't want to try that risky move going into the fast chicane.
Do the stewards reports come out tomorrow? No, they don't. They come out on Saturday. They'll always be done by 8 PM Saturday, but we try and get them done on Friday. Tomorrow night's party night. Well, it's not really party.
Killer's going to go for that? No. Killers, he's just biding his time. Some clever racing by Killers. He's just biding his time, waiting for DRS. Turned in nice and early, nice and smooth. He's got a great... Oh, Crazy Fish has pitted. That was an epic battle.
And
It
that then means
commence.
he's going to have 6 or 7 laps of really, you know, he's going to push hard. And
Yeah.
he's going to get on the back of this battle between Draco and Sick V2 Ozone. These guys are on reasonably new tyres, but they will not be obviously very nice towards the end of the race. So he may be able to really make some damage towards the end. And he's not a million miles behind, it's going to be about 10 seconds, I think. So a couple of second and a half a lap with the tyres as it is. Not just less than that, I think. Slow exit out of T1, but he's away now, and that gap, he's going to be on that. He's going to be on that before the end of the race. It's going to be interesting to see. And it has to be said, Draco and Sick V2 Ozone, who are currently P6 and 7, decent results if they can have that. Mini Ninja's just had his pit stop and has come out just in front, about 15 seconds behind LMG Killers, who you have to say has just done better in terms of strategy on Mini Ninja today. He's just had it.
I'm just looking at Draco. I'm just considering the difficulties he had last season, where he just wasn't able to compete as much, and coming to this race, he's down in 7th. But I mean, he's shown the pace and the racecraft that he's had previously in higher divisions, and he's shown that he can race, and he may even be able to challenge in a few races to come, because he really does seem to like this Williams car, as far as said, and he is showing it as well. He's showing some good pace. So.
He is. He's not lapping all out wonderfully now, and Crazy Fish will be absolutely pushing it to the limit.
Oh yes, certainly. I mean, maybe with a lap or 2 to go, Crazy Fish. I don't think he'll be. I don't know. We have to wait and see over the next few laps.
Mini Ninja isn't dropping them either.
He's not, and he seems to be
I would
dropping
even say,
closer towards them.
Yeah, I'd even say that these guys are actually closing the gap.
But don't forget, Mini Ninja pitted a good 10 laps ago.
This is 5-second lag.
Oh, he's dropped massive there. That certainly was a full 5-second lag.
Draco will be, thank you very much. He'll be smiling. But now, Sick V2 Ozone's really got to pump in some laps, because Crazy Fish is half the gap that he was.
Look.
So they were so close, I was actually doing the corner cutting thing with both of them, the track extending laps.
Yeah.
With both of them, because they're so close, but now I can't really do that. I've got to watch them both at separate times. But I'm on board with Sick V2 Ozone now, and yeah, he's definitely got his work cut out to keep Crazy Fish behind him, that's for sure. You would say, again, if Crazy Fish loses to Draco, Draco's out-strategised Crazy Fish, because Crazy Fish and him have been really close all race.
Yep.
There's been a definitely, you know, some people have out-strategised others today, just down to that. I mean, you know, they've been roughly very close all race, it's just come down to...
I've said it once, but I'll say it again. I think the most driver I've been mostly impressed with today has certainly been Tucker Harley. I mean, he's just stayed, he's not been in one incident, I don't think he's cut or extended once, he's been smooth, he's put the laps in, and he's got himself into third position, and on his debut, it's not bad at all. Just kept himself quiet, but he's been right in there.
Ozone needs to calm down on the corner cuts. That's something he needs to do, because he's in 3 laps I've been watching. He's getting a bit close now as he does at the end. This has been his worst lap by far. It could be a one-off. And that's to complete the full house. Just getting the limits there.
Draco needs to start putting a...
I'll tell you what, CV2 Ozone is actually closing the gap on Draco.
Yes, he is, but if you look behind Ozone, Crazy Fish is also closing in on him.
Give it another lap or 2. Jigsaw says the game between Madrid and Bayern Munich finished 1-0 Madrid. Fantastic result for them.
Yeah.
Was that at the Bernabeu, was it?
Yes, it was indeed.
So yeah, good that
no
he
away
didn't
goal
concede
for
an
Bayern
away.
Munich.
Yeah, that's good that he didn't concede an away goal. That's why I think, you know, get loads of European teams. I don't care having a bad team. It's not. They're not going to be bad teams, are they? I mean, if you really wanted to be equal, you could find you could easily find 16 European teams that are quite equal to one another in terms of stats.
Well,
I mean,
I'm calling my team now.
We didn't
I
have
want
to
Borussia
use.
Dortment.
Yeah, we don't have to use.
Crazy fish there.
Oh, go.
Went offside, yeah.
He has done it the odd time. I mean, he has. I have watched him a few times.
I tell you
and he's
what,
done
I
it
don't
here
think
and there.
Crazy Fish is going to close in at all.
He did seem it on that last lap, but I mean, this lap he's just dropped off.
Laps are running on.
He's having a pretty bad lap this lap. He's lost quite a few times and just lost time. Basically, between the white lines, getting the power down. All these unnecessary brakes where he's not able to get on the throttle as early.
It frustrates me so much that I wasn't able to do a full race. Just watching these guys, they only got a lap and a half.
Nothing out is the least out of anyone.
Oh,
No.
turn one as well.
Here we get a warning again for that.
Yeah, certainly. And Ozone is closing up to Draco here. He's about 3 seconds behind Draco now, I mean, so he's closed a good 2 seconds over the last few laps, so I mean... I tell you what, that first position, that gap is closing. Gravedigger has pitted.
Yeah, I think he's just going to go for a slap.
And so is GSY Davey. They've both gone onto the prime tyre. And Davey is closer to Gravedigger than he has been for the last half of the race.
Key, I think Jigsaw's is asking you to get beat at FIFA later, by the way. Yeah. He said which one of us wants to get beat, but I want to get beat, so you know that's
I'm going to be on Clan Wars later on Call of Duty, mate, so...
Really? You do that, do you? I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, we only need to be just winning.
You should talk to Toasty, because Toasty does it really seriously.
Does he?
Yeah, he gets to like finals and that of stuff.
Yeah, well, I think we only have to win this division, and then we go into the Diamond Division. We was in the Diamond Division, which is the top one, and then no one played it for like the last 2 or 3. But now we're back in it because we want to get into the Down Division and win it. So I think it's on now. I think it's actually started now. So I'll be on that later.
Whilst Crazy Fish is driving around the track, incredibly wide there, even losing time, actually dabs a break. That is his race over. The only one we've really got is 6v2 Ozone. But I'm going to try something.
GSY Davey is even closer, but I just don't think he's close enough on this final lap. I mean, Gravedigger's holding his own, he's keeping it on the track. So
let's actually Australian Grand Prix start again. We've got it up right now.
Yeah, right there.
Jay
Crazy
Pierce.
Fish got a very slow start.
Right, we're on. Looks like reasonable turn one, they've all took it reasonably well. So Jay Pierce is out in the lead here, he's held it very well. He's got Ferrari and a Mercedes side by side. Is that, they're all on the options of what?
Yeah. And Jay Pierce held it round the outside there, just blocking that move off.
Yeah, did well. I mean,
the next corner.
Ferrari
they all managed to get through him on pretty well, and then still seemed to just bunch up, and the mid-pack, I think, got the worst of it really. In the front, well, it was really Jay Pierce and Gravedigger that got to pull away, and
some laggy footage right there. That's not something that's gonna work, and I'll have to look into it.
And Davey has closed even more, but he's not going to be close enough as Gravedigger. He goes into the last corner now, keeps it on the track, no oversteer. He'll use the rest of his gears, and he weaves his way left and right over the finish, and that is race 1, win 1 for XRL Gravedigger, with Davey in second, and a very good result for Tucker Harley in third position. which on his debut
Killers
is a
has
very
had a decent race
respectable
as
place.
well in 4th place.
Oh yeah, he's had to fight his way
Big-
through some battles.
Mini Ninja driving in 5th. Have to say, he was just outdone by Killers.
He was
Strategy.
indeed.
Tyre wear maybe was the issue for him, but not a bad performance from Mini Ninja. I think he'll take good heart from 10 points. I don't think he's finished that high up in a long time. He had a reasonably clean race.
Crazy
fish, incredibly wide there. And he's been out-strategised by Draco today. Simple as that. I mean, 483k's the final one to go over the line. And yeah, I mean, he would... So, definitely you look at it and you have to say a few people got outdone by others. But it just shows, I think, this division's close.
I don't even know. I've just invited Mini Ninja in. I don't know why.
Well,
Oh,
let's see if we can get some of these guys in anyway. I was going to get Crazy Fish in. Gravedigger's in.
Hello.
Hi, alright. Mini Ninja, you alright?
Right,
Yeah,
Mini Ninja, I do apologise. I
We'll
wasn't
speak to
supposed to
you
invite
after
you,
the race,
but I
Mini
kinda did.
Ninja. Yeah, it was maybe top 3, but I don't know what he was doing. He had a moment of madness.
Shut up, alright.
We'll speak to you after the race. If you can stand in the lobby, that'd be great.
Cool.
And we've got Gravedigger and Davey. We're just waiting on Tucker,
Tucker Harley.
who's...
Tucker
I haven't
looks
got...
like he doesn't have a mic.
I know he does. I've spoken to him not that long ago.
Oh,
So we'll see if we can get him in. But anyway, we might as well start off with our race winner, Gravedigger. Gap was a bit closer than what you thought. Went for a late pit stop, didn't you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, at the end, the last stint, I wanted to drag it on a bit more, but the cars are starting to go off, so I pitted. So I'm glad I come out in first place, so I just tried bolting off at the start, and then built a gap, so I just slowed down and tried to look after my tyres. I noticed Davey was pushing to catch me, so I thought his tyres had gone off long before mine, but them last 2 laps, I was pushing me.
Yeah, I did notice that.
It caught me sleeping them last 2 laps.
I did see to notice that. I mean, he did close the gap by a good few seconds towards the end. I just thought you would just try and keep calm, get it across the line, which he did manage to do, and it was a well-driven race, Gravedigger. I mean, unfortunate for the incident with JPS, but
yeah, man, I was loving it, to be honest, until there, because it was on the edge.
And then
of
you
the
were loving
seat,
it even more.
Well, I was, but then it turned out to be a bit of a boring race until them last 2 laps, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
But you think you're going to have enough people to fight you this season in this division then?
Yeah, I'm happy with it now. Soon I joined in the qualifying, I thought I ain't even going to get in the top 5 here in quali. I knew my race pace was a bit better, and then I see Jay Pearce's quali time. I thought, oh, about a second, I just thought I'd just pressure him, try and pressure him much as I can. Noticed he wasn't as quick in the race as he was in the quali, so I just kept pushing him and pushing him.
Davey.
I mean,
I noticed it. I was faster him in sector 1 and 3, and he was quicker than me in sector 2, so...
Well, what we did see to notice was that JPS, he had seemed to have the pace on the fresh tyres the first few laps, and then as they got a bit more worn, you seemed to handle them a lot better, and you were able to push them more to the tyre wear that they had.
After 3 or 4 laps, I was closing in on him.
Yeah.
When that incident happened with Jay Pearce, there was a little bit of lag in my screen. Beast lagged a bit, and I was on the outside, and Beast was on the inside, and he lagged a bit, and I heard a big bang and looked behind me, and there he was. I just see Jay Pearce on the grass, with no front wing lights. He wasn't lagging in his screen.
Davey, good second place on debut. How do you think the race went for you? Do you think you were a bit fortunate for the position, or do you think that's where you were?
Well, I reckon I would have been like top 5 anyway, but as said, lucky for J Pierce because I was right behind them at the time, and all I saw was Beast swerve across with J Pierce there already, and next thing, J Pierce is on like the other side on the grass, locking up, going wide.
Well, it's a good 18 points for you. Is there enough? Do you think there's enough out of that Australia race? Do you think for you to think that you've got a chance this season, for the promotion or for the championship win?
Top 3, yeah, but championship, depending on how everybody else is after, like in the next few races, will really decide.
Yeah, I think that's right. It always takes a few races just to make sure where you are, where everyone's at.
Yeah.
A lot of people. The thing is, you do get a lot of people practicing for Australia, practicing a lot more than what they normally would do. So I think once it calms down in a couple of weeks, we'll be able to see the true running order. But third place, Tucker isn't here, so sadly we won't be getting his comments this week. But he did very well to get third place, Key.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for
He was
me,
one of the better drivers of the day.
He just kept out of all incidents, didn't have one issue, he was smooth on the track. I mean, he just had a nice quiet race and got a nice 15 points out of it and third place, which on his debut isn't not bad at all.
And that
Coming
Red Bull
into
as the
the unknown.
constructors, they do look quite good. I mean, J Pierce unlucky today, but
Oh, definitely.
looking
I mean,
at it, you know,
looking at the pace J Pierce has, I mean, he looks to be able to challenge for the top spots. I mean, certainly here, I mean, whether it's the same at other tracks, we'll have to wait and see, but certainly as the season goes on, it does look like a strong lineup for the Red Bull.
Right, well, that is that, and that's the FI Clouds stream from tonight. The Tier 6 has been done. We're going to catch up with some of the guys from the Tier 6 division now, see how that went. The results should be on the website. If you can get commenting on the forums about your race, comment on each other's performances, whatever you want to do, that's great. And we shall be right back on Sunday with pre-show from 7:30 with the F1 division race from Malaysia at 8 o'clock. Fearless, you're racing, of course. So
Yes.
be interesting to see how you get on. I know you're pretty quick, but there's a lot of quick drivers in that division. But Nutters
Oh,
looks
yeah,
pretty quick.
certainly.
I mean, yeah, that's where we're going to be on Sunday, live from Malaysia for the F1 division. Pre-show from 7:30. Hopefully we'll have overtakes the week from Australia. I mean, I've been a bit slack. I haven't written down overtakes this time. But I think there are a few good ones from last week's F1 division. So
I don't.
I'm sure we'll find some. I mean, mine would have been on there, but my recording kit failed on me. So yeah, but we'll be back on Sunday night with the pre-show. So we will be
I
back.
did a cracking overtake on J Pierce.